Theme song. We return to the wind-swept plains of Clan Macintosh Town, Macintosh something, and right off the bat, this is what we were designing in the last episode, which I think was a lot of fun. I still do believe in it. We're missing some things, though, which was the mushroom drying and hide, like butchery and all that structure. So the mushroom drying needs to happen out here, and I believe the hide racks probably need to be out in a decent temperature as well. So this design has a few flaws, but then, thanks to you and your lovely comments, Mr. Zipitzerzone, or Mrs., I don't know, mentioned that the mountains, the caves, are generally cooler in the summer. Now, we've been hollowing this cave out. It's right here. So what if we shift our position? What if we get rid of all this, right? What if we shift our position, I'm thinking, and we have a larder back here, which I kind of like the way we're sort of designing it now. I'm thinking, like, maybe we get rid of some of this brick wall. Maybe we have bricks, pillars, and in between the pillars, we have some storage items. So, like, for example, let's just place one down. Objects, storage. Let's go get a pantry shelf, which apparently they hold a lot of stuff. So that's another thing to remember. So I'm thinking pantry shelf here, right? Then a space to get around it, and then another brick pillar. Or we do a decent amount of space with the pantry and some space on either side of the pillar, so you can get around. And then on the sides facing away from the pantry shelves, we can have some torches, although they may give off some temperature. I'm not 100% sure if they... Yeah, I think they give off a little bit of temperature. So we might as well have it pretty dark in here while we continue to mine it out. Now, what I love about this is it becomes expandable, massively expandable. I'm a little concerned that we've already opened up this hole here, and I'd like to continue. I'd like to shave this off and have the kitchen come down and forward off of this. That opens us up to all this farmland here. We could have some farmland here, some animals, whatever, all fenced in. So I think it's like a good little setup that I would love to keep investing in rather than this situation here, which, again, it's a nice setup and all, but, like, if it's not going to work, it's not going to work. I don't want to do a bunch of stuff here and then have it just melt during, halfway through the spring and not be useful. So I'm going to X. We're going to double-click. We're going to remove all this, and we're going to restart in the cave. All right, before we start getting going with our designs here, what do we have here inventory-wise? Tools. How many picks do I have left? I have one stone pick. I have no stone picks. I have one iron pick. Okay, so we went through all of our stone tools trying to mine all this out. I guess they don't have a very long lifespan. That's okay. So we'll work on that later, because right now what I want to do is sort of figure out the shape of this thing. If we mine this, if we clip this off here, and then we bring the wall forward, buildings, walls. Although it makes me think, okay, so we built this iron pick here, and it unlocked ideas. It unlocked an idea called masonry, a place to cut round rocks into square rocks. So that actually could become kind of useful. We need an iron pick to do it, and then, of course, we have a stone quarry here as well. So, like, I don't know, maybe these stone... there's going to be a different type of building wall about to be unlocked, so I guess I don't want to spend all my time building something that I'm not going to need as much, I guess, if it's, like, not as efficient. Because maybe these large stone blocks can become a whole bunch of stone bricks or something like that. So let's mine this out, and let's start just doing the design work on the inside so we can move some of our storage over there. In the meantime, I am noticing it's a nice 16 degrees in here with all three of these fires going, but we have started to have some water freeze, and I think it must have frozen over the night. And that's probably going to start dragging the temperature down in here. If all of this water freezes, it could create a cascade effect where it's impossible to keep the temperature up in this place, and then people start to freeze. It is only day 4. We have the food. We have some of the clothing. We got to be careful here. This could be where we start to, like, lose it all if we're not careful. I just want to get this ice melted, I guess. You know what we could do? Let's put on 2 water jugs here and see if some of those ice jugs... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's one thing we can do. Let's get that ice jug on there. Make sure we get rid of it so that it doesn't decrease the temperature any. Same thing here. So if we order up another... Each jug has 100, so if we order up another 100, that should do the other 2. And then hopefully they won't be dragging the temperature down in here. 12 degrees, though. Oh, my goodness. How cold is it outside? Minus 13 with the wind chill. Minus 13 with the wind chill out there. But that's good. Yeah, I think we just need to stay on top and just not icify all of our water by accident. In the meantime, it's Oh, only 0.2 degrees Celsius in here. So yeah, like I guess I was wrong about in the last episode when I said you don't need all 3 of these to keep the temperature up. Well, as things get more and more bitterly cold out there, we certainly may. We may even need more fires. So we need some more dry hide. Which, I don't know, I'm not worried about that right now. I'd like to make some cloaks, but we can't do everything at once here. So let's do, let's mine out. Let's think here. I guess we could just have a thick wall here. I mean, we should mine all this out as well. Then I think we go buildings, walls, a brick wall here. So then there's that, a pantry shelf, a space there. So we'll put a brick wall there and there. We will go buildings, walls, demolish that wall there. So we'll have a pantry shelf in the middle here and here. Or, hang on, I got a new idea. We go walls, brick wall here and here. Yeah. Then we're going to demolish that wall there, and we're going to X this guy out. Okay, now the pantry goes in the middle facing both directions. Ooh, that's going to look good. Then on the other side here, we could do some ice pallets on the edge. So that's something I would do. I'm just going to put this here to remind myself. Jug pallet. There, and there. Okay, and then we mine this part out, and hopefully that keeps the... There, we'll just do it in increments there. So that's going to keep sort of our little first section of pantry shelving done, and we can put some other stuff around it. We might even mine further into the mountain here. Maybe clip this chunk off so we can put a bit more storage around there as well. Then, of course, it's just a matter of, you know, not having the cooking fire going. But I don't mind it being at least a little warm in here while my people work. To that end, we do need more iron picks. Let's get actually like 4 going. And iron axe, we'll need each one of these, but for the summer, so I'm not too worried about those. But right now, the iron picks are important. Let's get some more ingots ordered up, like another 20 of those. What do we have here? 7. Okay, so that should be enough to get another iron pick going. Let's hopefully keep this warm. We've got everything is just water now. We have 2,300 glugs of water left. And we are on day 4 in the bitter cold of the winter. It's the 5th day. It's minus 23 with the wind chill, which means all 3 of these roaring fires is only able to keep this general area at about 12 degrees. This bedroom has now fallen to 4 degrees, so the temperature spread has become even less efficient. That does worry me. One thing we could start thinking about doing is, like, do we put bed rolls right here? I don't know. Do we try to put some sleeping mats there? Or do we dare... I don't know, like, let's take a look at this fire. I know that the fire doesn't go directly up. I've been told that. So if we put a stone fireplace here, which would take 10 ingots, which I think we have. We have 5. We could get there, though. We have enough clay, and we have large rocks. We could, can I rotate this guy? Can't seem to rotate it. Oh, I would need to create a spot for it, I guess, on the wall here. But we could potentially put one right here. Or here in the corner or something. And then get rid of all of the... Like, move the beds around away from it. I think we just might have to consider that. Because, again, like, we could just try to muscle through. But I have no idea how much colder it's going to get. Hopefully not colder than minus 30. But it's certainly not seeming like it's going to be that warm. So let's, like, move all the... It's something to do anyway, you know? Just give them something to do that's inside. So it's at least... I mean, now it's 13 degrees, so that's not bad. But maybe, yeah, we just get a fireplace in here that we use just in terms of a high-risk situation. But in the meantime, over here, it's like it's almost 14 degrees. It's going up because we've got all this, activity going on. And this is what I want to see, especially going into next winter. I want this area to be like a nice flurry of activity. And we spend our winter just crafting and filling all these tool shelves. Actually, let's get another one. With tools for the summer. And then when the summer comes by, boom, we are ready to go with all of our tools. Some mining is still happening with the 1 or 2 picks that we have. Oh, they moved that stuff quite quickly, so that was nice of them. Crafting when we have masonry. Yeah, so I want to unlock masonry and see how efficient my stone structures can get, even though it might slow down my plans here. Now, as far as I know, it literally, when it gives you that red indicator, that sort of like hitbox, it's going to throw sparks only there. As far as I know, that's kind of what it does. You see, these sparks are thrown randomly here. These sparks are thrown randomly from here to here in this cone. So I feel like we could at least try, and hopefully we don't burn the whole thing down. But we might need this throughout the evening. The other thing I was told And I forget who it was. Maybe it was Anna B. But again, thanks for all of your comments. I got to scroll through and see it. But one thing I was told, maybe it was in the Discord, is that they will get up in the middle of the night to stock this fireplace. Because it's near if it's in the same room as beds, they'll try to take care of it. I've found by having these on a somewhat high priority, they seem to keep them stocked with branches pretty well. So I think, like, these run throughout the evening, but I bet this one will be even higher of a priority for them as we go into the colder months. So let's get ready for the possible cold snap if there is one to come. Now, this in here is starting to look pretty set up almost. So storage, we can go pantry shelves like so. And same thing, you'll just turn that around and have some pantry shelves right there once that gets mined. So this is looking pretty good here. And we might put another pillar there just to match the pillar we've already got. Brick wall right here. Lilius is now juvenile. See, that sometimes is a pejorative. Oh, you're just being juvenile. But I guess we're proud of her. Happy birthday, Lilius. Okay, yeah, this is starting to come together here. They're building all that. I've also built some wood storage outside here, and that is because it's also been confirmed that raining and wood, water and stuff like that is not going to affect those. Worst case scenario, we can just expand the roof if I'm wrong about that. But what we're going to do is, that, I guess. Yeah, and they're going to break this down. Okay, I guess I could have just expelled all of these. Let's toggle everything off here and just get people to unload that. And then same thing here, let's toggle off the branches. Let's break that down. Let's toggle this off, toggle that off, and try to just start moving stuff outside so we can make, perfect. So we can make room for our, what I'd like to do, which is have masonry in here and then probably a workbench as well, which we don't have yet. Our larder is certainly coming together quite nicely. I think we've left this back wall open so we can stack a lot of things up there. These pallets are set for ice jugs only. Oh, not this one. There we go. And we've got our 2 pantry shelves in here. I might copy that over here and maybe even take out another... Actually, this row should be enough, yeah. So then we'll copy this shape just so it looks a little nice. I don't know. This is just an arbitrary design sort of thing I did, but eventually, yeah, we can do some more stuff there. And then along here, maybe some... I just need to think about all the stuff that we need in storage for food. So we definitely need some grain pallets. So we might as well do some of those. We'll do 2 grain pallets here and 2 there. I think if we even dug this wall out a little bit more, it wouldn't affect the insulation of the space too much, and then we could put another layer of storage in there, so that would look nice. Again, I think you could also just put the storage, like stack it all next to each other, but like as far as design goes, I just kind of like it being a little bit sort of wide open. Now, the meat rack could definitely go in here as well, and maybe we'll put that put the meat racks like along here. There's a couple of meat racks there. Then down here, because again, I don't know how often we're going to be using these serving baskets, but maybe they're actually quite useful. Not sure. So we'll go here with a serving. We'll put another serving basket here eventually once we don't have the fire in the place there. A hide shelf could be good, but I think that's going to need to be in the kitchen space. Is where we'll do the hide drying, because it might be too cold. I'm not 100% sure. Same thing with the mushroom drying. That needs to happen out here. Then they're stored in here in the pantry. Other than that, I feel like... Okay, what do we have else here that we need to worry about? So hide shelf. Hides can be stored, I guess, in the back there. Meat rack. Serving basket. Yeah, the mushroom dryers, so the serving basket. Yeah, so I think that's everything, at least for this area for now. So this is how we can get started. We don't need to go crazy with it. In fact, some, I think, might even argue that this is already a little bit overkill. But this is a nice, very large storage, and it's expandable. So this will start to fill up with our food as we start to expand our colony. Then I think here I would probably bring the wall, or yeah, maybe we'd make it symmetrical just for fun. So... Once it's ready, once it starts getting built, I think we'll bring that forward. Now, is the storage freed up a little bit here? So let's get rid of, let's break that down. I'm not sure what kind of returns we get on that. I kind of don't mind the smithy being there. So let's take a look at what our other... So we need a work spot and a masonry spot to see what we've unlocked here. Masonry place right there. So crafting, workbench, masonry. What does the masonry look like? So if we shoved that right in here, would that be okay? That could fit, but it just feels like there should be more of a... There's a bit of a Tetris here that we can do. So crafting, let's go with a workbench. What does that look like? There. Then let's go... objects crafting. Let's go masonry. Here, that's not going to work. So if we did that there... okay, so they're basically both the same shape. It's always this, like, L shape. So to do this, I would have to do something like that, but then you can't really get at it. Just trying to see what kind of shape works here. We could do that, actually. Might catch fire. The bench might catch fire. So we could also push this in a little bit, and we need to move this workbench. So I make a copy of it so we can kind of find a different spot for it. Now it'd be really nice if this wall was... I guess we could demolish this wall. We don't really need that, and it kind of blocks that door, though, then, doesn't it? Why is this so hard to Tetris? Well, probably because I set myself up for failure with my weird design choices. What about that there, and then something here? No, because it'll block the... Yeah, right, okay. I could go forward there. No. Maybe even just something like that. We've moved some things around, and I think I can shove the workbench in here now safely. The masonry thing is a low flammability, so I'm going to place it right here. Could potentially throw some sparks. Hopefully not. But at any rate, the probability is low, and then there's not much else around it to catch fire, so hopefully that works. We'll get these masonry benches up and running, and workbenches, and then kind of see what that unlocks for us next. But it is, what are we, 15 degrees in here, 15 in the room, minus 27 outside. Yeah, it is getting cold. Also, 738 branches, and only 150 logs. So we're starting to get low on logs, but food is holding steady, and we are doing okay. We just need to keep pushing along. Now, how's my pantry looking? Yeah, see, this is looking good. Now, we don't have, you know, all the nails and things we might want, but it's, you know, this is looking good. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so let's cancel that one, and then that'll look somewhat symmetrical in here. We can also start to fill in this little stuff here and then continue mining all down there. But for now, I think this is a good setup. And as far as mining goes, I mean, okay, we've unlocked a lot of stones, 27 to be exact. But we have a very full iron ore pile. So I don't think we're in a rush for mining, and I think it's about time we start focusing on staying on top of our bloomery, charcoal production, and making some tools for the coming spring. The only other thing I could think to do right now, I don't know, it's probably too cold. I don't want people to wander out and find animals to hunt. But I think that this colony, the best thing they can do is kill animals. Let me just show you here. The care is basically at 0 for these poor birds. They are diseased. All 3 of them. So yeah, oh, stone blocks are unlocked. Okay, this is amazing. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm not sure how long these chickens are gonna last. We may lose them at some point. I think maybe this barn is too large for only 3 chickens. We need like a few more animals sleeping in here to keep the temperature up. Unless this is like open. No, the straw curtain probably just has, yeah, you know what? The straw curtain probably has no heat barrier, because I do, in the evening, you'll see on the temperature overlay, you'll see the heat kind of escaping out through here. So, like, what are we, 12, minus 12 in there? So all it does is cut out the wind chill. That's about it. If we had more animals, maybe they'd survive in there. Or maybe we need to get rid of the curtain. I'm not 100% sure, because if we just had the door, and then we allowed them to get out, maybe that would keep the temperature up in there. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how I feel about this straw curtain. Is there some information about that, actually? Buildings, other straw curtain. Allows heat transfer. Yeah, okay. So, you know what we need? A critter door. We have a window. Let's get rid of this. Let's break it down. Or just store it for moving, whatever. Then let's finish this wall in and put a critter door there. That's what we got to do. I think that's what we did wrong. Okay. What was this? A hay wall? Daub wall. Okay, daub wall right there. And then we'll get a critter door there once we've built the daub wall. We probably need some clay for that. Let's get some clay. And let's take a look at our masonry thing. So, stone blocks. 1 large block produces 2 stone blocks. Let's just do that to see what we unlock here. I imagine we're going to unlock some kind of nice, like a castle stone wall. That's what I'm hoping for. Let's take a look here. Wood wall. Where are we here? A bread oven. A wood door. Oh, so cool. Okay, wait, hang on. Ironclad door. Fancy tile wood floor. Oh, straw bed. There we go. We're about to unlock some really good stuff here. Oh, I'm getting excited. This is going to be a good episode. Stone block wall. So we need to make one stone block, and then we can unlock stone block wall. Okay, good. And some clay. All right, so we're about to unlock that and see what our kitchen really is going to look like. Oh, many things have been unlocked by just making these stone blocks, so let's go and take a look. Unlocked a well. Here we go. Now that's a nice thing to have. Good source of fresh water that does not freeze in the winter. Not sure how that works. I guess once you go deep enough, it's like you're deep enough that like the Earth's crust is keeping the water melted. Not sure. Stone block wall supports a roof. So one stone block is a stone block wall. So that makes, and the cobblestone floor is going to be really nice. So that means that we've doubled the efficiency of each large rock to make stone blocks. Okay, that's great. So maybe there's a storage item around here for like stone blocks. Oh, probably the masonry pile. Is that what that would be? Yep, stone blocks. Okay, so let's get a storage set up for masonry blocks and just start making some masonry blocks. That's what I want to do. So crafting, no, storage. It's one of these. Where is there a search? There's got to be a search feature for this thing. Masonry place. Okay, so we'll put that here for now and get that loaded up with some stone blocks and then just keep people just busy on that for a while. Mining now may become a thing of the past as our stone quarry is now finished up, so I'm going to order up a couple of large rocks there. Why not? Things are starting to pick up the pace here in my clan. And of course the town well will be finished at some point in the future. Oh, 20 stone blocks. Okay. It's going to be finished a lot later into the future than I thought, but we'll just let's do an auto supply of like 50. That's what I want. I want 50 stone blocks at all times. And autofill, repeal to build, auto build. There we go. So that's pretty good. I think we could do the same thing down here. Oh yeah, we are. Okay, that's good. Into the night we send Elsplat the Traveler away. I honestly do feel bad about that, but like there's just no way that I'm, not nervous about the amount of food we have and our ability to keep everyone warm, watered, and fed. Lilius just got up in the middle of the night to stock these 3 fireplaces, so I do think that if the priority is high enough, that they do worry about these year-round as well, even though, yeah, maybe the one in the bedroom is easier to deal with, especially if we put a little, like, pile of branches over here. But for now, I think this is actually kind of sustainable. It's 11 degrees, and it's starting to fall, though, and it is minus 36.8, minus 37 degrees out there with the wind chill. And minus 20 without that wind chill. My goodness. Yeah, it's getting cold. A nearby trader has brought in some oats sheafs, and I've just gone ahead and just bought them, because why not? We'll sell them a couple of our bricks and clay, just to keep kind of the trade going, and we'll send them on their way. Gilbert, in the meantime, you know what? Let's not hire him. That took a while for me to think about, but I'm concerned about my chickens who are being tended to. Their health is increasing. They've been fed and watered, and their care is going up. I'm not sure, again, oh, death's door. Yeah, okay, that got really bad there for a bit. I had to rush this to get it built. I'm not sure if, we gotta put a floor down here, maybe? That might help with them, with this, too. Mulch. A speed bonus of 25. Environment, indoors, -5 outdoors. Okay, well, I don't know if that's useful to them. A wood floor. We could give them a wood floor. I just don't know if that helps the chickens or not. There's a part of me that's just like, oh, maybe the other reason why the temperature it's really hard to keep the temperature up in here is because, the floor is really cold. And I want to do mulch, but then people will be really upset in here. And will the chickens hate it? I don't think so. I kind of want to... Let's put a mulch floor. Let's put a mulch floor in there just because of the aesthetic, at least. The aesthetic will be bang on. With the well now complete, I'm actually going to turn off the storage options for some of these here. I'm going to start trying to see what happens if I get rid of... This might be a bad idea. I'm going to turn off the pallet storage for both of these and send all that water into the storage pallets over here. I guess we'll turn water on for now, so that the water's brought over here, which will then freeze, and then we can maintain it just for ice. If this idea is a bad idea and it goes wrong, that's okay. We can always just bring it back here and cook them and melt them again. But I do believe our well is now functional, and the old town well is up and running. The town chickens are still on death's door. But, oh, this one's moving. This one's going to eat. Okay. Some of them are feeling good again. I think they can, like... I think we brought them back from the brink of death's door, and I don't know, I just like this little barn now. Now, as far as temperature overlay, minus 5.2 in there, minus 6.8 plus the wind chill, so it's slightly more efficient, but maybe if we just had more animals, it might fare better in the winter. We'll have to find out next winter, won't we? I'm setting a few tree chopping work orders because we're starting to get low on logs and branches. I've been... burning through them quite literally and quickly, so I'm kind of starting to get a bit worried about that, while we try desperately to, where's my gather branches? Okay. Any branches to be gathered? No. Okay. So, yeah, we gotta chop trees and then create some branches over here. So I think the timbery is about to become very important over the next few days. Let's even get a few more trees then. It's a bitter minus 20 outside, which isn't so bad, but you can see the light coming out of the windows of these cabins, and that's because they've finished and they've got their stone fireplace up and running. It doesn't seem to be causing any major issues for me to worry about. The sparks are coming forward. It's 15 degrees in here, 15 degrees, a nice balmy 15, kind of everywhere in the main places that it needs to be. I think to preserve on branches and stuff, we might as well go ahead and have this guy... Let's break it down. Let's not have the fireplace anymore. We can keep this. Again, I don't know. You know what? I honestly don't think it's putting out enough, if any, real, heat. So I think what we could do is we could probably afford to put this out, these torches around a bit more. I guess I don't really want to catch anything on fire, though, do I? Oh, boy. So if I put them here, I don't know. We could put them... Let's put one here just to kind of keep the light up in here, so it's like at least kind of easy to see around in the pantry. I don't want the pantry to be pitch black. And then I believe in the next couple of days we should be able to start designing our kitchen area. As you can see up above, unlocked a toilet. I have broken open some new options for me and for the design of the kitchen and everything moving forward. I mean, look at this, a chamber pot. Chamber pot, not a cookie jar. I love that. So that's going to help during the cold winters. A wardrobe. Oh, that's going to look so good in the houses. A textile shelf. That's awesome. I don't even know what a hide scraper is, but that's cool. Straw bed. A supply shelf. Storage for workshop supplies. Okay, so that must be like nails and everything. A tailor bench. Oh, boy. Okay, we're going to need a lot more going on here. And what I think I want to do... Fish are a lot more appetizing than eels. Requires a shoreline. Oh, a fishing spot. Okay, let's build a fishing spot. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Yeah, we're going to build a fishing spot here, and we're going to get rid of that. Yeah, we don't need that. And I think we don't need the raw eels anymore. Let's just get rid of that, because I want the fishing to be maximum quality. So we'll do fish, raw fish from there. I don't think we really need a drink zone anymore. We probably need a wash zone. I don't know if we unlocked anything that helps us wash ourselves. The toilet is really nice. Well, now I'm kind of like, well, what's the chamber pot and the toilet? Chamber pot goes in the hole, comes out full of prizes. Ew. Okay, I like this game. This game's awesome. So we got some wood windows, stone windows. So I think really, I want to get the kitchen going, but I think the next thing to start doing is thinking about, like, what's the future like? So maybe this could be a tailor shop, right? In the future. I don't know. What would this be? I'm not sure. Some more storage of things, because it might just be nice to kind of clean up our storage a little bit and put all the stones and various wood planks and stuff in here just for fun. Maybe this room becomes, we strip it out and it becomes a nice dining room or something. Because the other thing I was thinking is these living spots. We could start to create smaller spots for 2 or 3 people to live, where there's a tailor bench in there, 2 beds and a fireplace, and then these people have a small kitchen and 2 beds and a fireplace. Aw, we never even used that guy. Oh, that's annoying. So I guess what I'm getting at is maybe we make all these little, like, smaller huts. Now that we have more advanced production chains and we can kind of stay on top of things, we can make smaller huts where everybody's kind of taking care of themselves a little bit. And maybe this hut here is the tailor. This hut here does all our butchery or something like that. And it'd be kind of a nice way to build sort of an internal lore with our buildings and with everything we're looking at, rather than just have everybody work in one big room like a bunch of communists. Okay, well, this is very depressing. Lachlan went out to hunt in the morning, and he is now at death's door. I hope somebody's coming to rescue him. Okay, good. So we need to get him rescued here, and we need to get him fed immediately. His health is -5. He's freezing. Okay, yeah, get that fire going, Hector. Okay, he's being dealt with, I think. But that was pretty bad here. So Lachlan, and what else do we have here? This person's health is okay. Oh my goodness, Giles' health is really bad too. Okay, Giles, what are you doing? We gotta get you inside, my dude. Okay, I am concerned about this because really I was going in here with a lot of arrogance, thinking I had this thing nailed. But clearly, okay, he's being healthed. He's being healthed. Some health things are happening to him. He's coming back. He's coming back from death's door. And he was working on a rabbit. He was hunting. What are you doing with Lachlan? Where are you taking Lachlan? Oh, he's taking him to go poo. Okay, well, that's actually really helpful of you, to be honest. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the bunny got dealt with, which is nice. Got some hides there and some meat. Let's smoke that meat. Nope, just do... Yeah, there we go. And, okay, Lachlan's keep an eye... I just want to keep an eye on Lachlan because, yeah, he's not doing great. Put him back in bed. Okay, now leave him a bit... yeah, just leave him alone. Let's let his warmth get up by the fire there. That is nice. Okay, well, I was just talking about everybody taking care of themselves, and I sent somebody out on a hunting trip, and it nearly killed them. Okay, now health is not doing great here. Lilius, though, is mostly headed back and has a rabbit. So that's good, but maybe we gotta be careful about these hunting trips. Maybe we need to make sure that, like, 'cause what did he have? He only has the fur hat and the tunic. So he probably needs a cloak before we send him out into that kind of cold again in the future. Winter, day 9, and what do we have here? An egg with a heart on it, which I think means it's been incubated? Will become a chick if kept warm. Yes, I love it. Okay, incubation process, a base change of 1 per second, and it's at 421 of 3,600. This, however, is at 45,000, but it's losing 5 per second, so I don't know which one will catch up first. However, it is the 9th day of the winter, so maybe... I mean, what are we dealing with? Outside temperature is 0.08. We're actually above freezing. Oh my goodness. No sooner had I celebrated the birth of this chicken, or the almost birth. Come on, stay there. We've had Giles die of old age. Where was Giles? I mean, where was he? Oh my goodness, where was Giles? Oh, this is such a bummer. I didn't know that. Oh, here he is. He's being carted over to the corpse pile. Okay, yeah, well, let's bury this guy. I did not know that was coming. Dead! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Okay, so we need to be, like, figuring out how to make these people have more people, I think. Or capturing the travelers and making them stay with us, because that is a real bummer. Giles had some good skills. That's not Giles, but I'm sure he had some good skills. And, he is no longer with us. So, we do need a grave, though. Otherwise, people are going to be quite upset with us. So, I think we need to figure out... I mean, hopefully we can dig this. It requires an iron pick, hopefully just to use it. Some sacks, twine. Oh, boy. Okay. Where is our graveyard? I didn't even think I would have to worry about this right now. I think being buried near the lake would be nice, but maybe that's bad for the water table. Has anybody ever... Yeah, I don't really think you can have graveyards near lakes, right? That seems like a non-starter. It seems like a no, a hard no. What if we had the graveyard a ways away? In a nice contemplative area, like right here. It's just nice here, but also it's like too close to the water, maybe. No, it's I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're doing the grave here. Oops. B. There we go. Okay, now we're doing the grave there. Is that the right way around? If I had to guess, that's the head. I think. I'm not really sure. So the tool required is a pick. We need some sacks, twine, and time. Okay, so let's have some sacks, and then let's get this done. Maybe we have some already in our inventory here. Tools, maybe? We have 5. Okay, yeah, so we don't need to worry about that right now. And I believe we have the pick. I believe we have some twine. So we should be good to get this thing going. So let's get Giles buried rather than leave him freezing out here, especially because we don't want him to, like, decay outdoors. Hopefully, maybe if this chicken is born, we'll name that chicken Giles. In the meantime, I think the last thing to do today to really set ourselves up for success is make sure, first of all, that this water all turns to ice that we've just put here. What are we? Minus 2.7. So hopefully we have a nice cold night one or two more into the spring here, and then we can get these turned into ice. If not, I think we'll just have to contend with the fact that this just isn't as useful until next winter or something. I don't know. But let's make sure. Okay, there we go. So we've got that jug pallet emptied out. Let's lower this back down to a 7, I guess, a 6. 6 is fine. So that way these will be stuck with water. We'll keep these with water here. Then I just don't think we need as many. Like maybe we even just like break that one down, because now we have our well, and hopefully that's never going to be run out or anything like that. And then the rest of the water, I believe, has been brought here to hopefully freeze tonight. And let's get going with our kitchen. So I'm thinking buildings. I'm thinking the new stone block wall that we've unlocked. So if I come out from here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come across here like this. Oh, I should be doing a Scottish accent. Come across here like this. There we are. And as always, I like to put a little doorway in. So we'll put a little doorway. I don't think... Should we do an ironclad door? Secure fireproof door, clad in iron. You know what? Why not? It'll look nice. So anyway, I don't think, just based on earlier when we were discovering, like, this is not going to be quite symmetrical unless there's such thing as a double door. So I'm just going to go with something like this for our entrance. And then I thought it'd be kind of nice to make a separate hearth so we can have more things connect. Like, so rather than just stacking things around the outside, what if we did like here, 1, 2, 3. Then inside here we have our objects, food, stone fireplace right here. Right, a little hearth, stone fireplace right there. Then we of course need our kitchen, which was thankfully right up there. So we'll place this kitchen, and I kind of want to see like, yeah, I mean, what is it? What is it? I think they should be chopping towards the doorway, maybe, or do they chop over in the corner like this, maybe? No, because I want them to be able to like look out the window and stuff while they work. So I'm gonna do. Not only am I gonna put this here, but I'm also gonna go buildings. I'm going to go for a stone window. So they have a stone window here. And how many is that? One. Okay, so a stone window here. There's going to be a lot of windows. This is going to be kind of a nice building, I think. Actually, let's cancel that. Let's copy it, and let's put it here. And then let's cancel that one. All right. Cancel it. Then we're going to copy it over here. This music is just slapping right now. Because if you imagine doing that as a rock song, that would be pretty intense. A place to serve prepared food. Okay, so I'm going to put that right here. I think. Do we want to put it here or something like this or something over here maybe even? Or just kind of over here against the window like that. I think we're going to do that. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do... let's get a water dipper in there. I don't think I've successfully used one yet, but I'm sure it's going to be useful. And I'm sure if you were a cook, that water factors into cooking. Like let's even in the oldie times, I'm sure it was important to have a good water dipper over here. Let's get a water dipper in this corner here. Now this is going to be a mountain wall set in against the back of this building. So I think that's nice. And you know what? We're going to go ironclad door right here too. All right, and then we're going to go buildings. We're going to go floors. Cobblestone floor, fancy tile, fancy wood. Okay, let's try this. Let's go cobblestone. What's the throw distance here? So just to these bottom rocks here. I want to just like test like a hearth concept. So like that. So the sparks will fly forward here, and then they will be like I guess the lore that I'm practicing here is like we didn't have enough stone to make a cobblestone floor there, so we're gonna do this. Although it's upset I don't have enough. Planks and nails. Okay, we'll get some planks going for that. Objects, food, abilities, flooring, fancy wood. Okay, I'm going to put this door on make this one immediately, because if we're going to do that, yeah, we need that made immediately. So, okay, this will be cobblestone floor here, and then maybe a bit of wood. Let's speed that up here. In this section here, and we'll just see kind of what that... Oh, wow, these look nice! I'm trying to decide which one I like better. I think this looks pretty good. So then we're going to have our cobblestone floor, our kitchen over there. We need a meat smoker. We'll put a meat smoker here. I don't think meat smokers throw any sort of flameries. And, oh, you know what the problem with the with this is if we want to have torchlight in here, which I kind of do, to be honest with you, then I think we do need to go, because it's flammability is low. So if we put in the work and make it all cobblestones, then we have no flammability risk. I'm going to put cobblestones in here. I'm going to go cancel these cobblestones over here. I love that the first thing it selects is floor, so that's really nice. And then I'll go B here. And that's not cobblestone. Sorry, cancel the wood I meant. X that. There we go. And maybe this is fancy wood floor all through here. So that kind of is symmetrical. Well, it's not quite symmetrical. As we said earlier, it's not going to be symmetrical. But this at least means that the torches won't throw as much light or throw as much sparkage and cause any issues here. So let's go objects. And then again, if it doesn't work, if we don't like it, you know, what do? Boom. We just don't do it. We just change it. Let's go torchlight here. Torchlight there. Yeah, again, not quite symmetrical, is it? I can hear you. If any of you are screaming at me about the lack of symmetry, I urge you to, I don't know. I guess you're going to just have to get over it, to be honest. We're going to have a window there. So if we put a torchlight exactly opposite this, what is it? Oh, I see. It took away my water dipper. Maybe because it knows the water dipper is going to be a real problem there. Flammability is medium, so that could be an issue. So let's put the water dipper, like, over here, like on this pillar here. Like, that's nice. Then the other thing we do need, however, is going to be a spot to dry our mushrooms. And currently we're not doing a very good job of making it safe to dry mushrooms anywhere. Like, this is fully going to get roasted with fire. Oh, boy. Okay. Flammability is low on that, so that's fine. So maybe we can put it right here. Maybe we move this meat smoker. Maybe move the meat smoker over to in the corner. That's actually a good spot for the meat smoker. I like that a lot. Okay, let's get rid of this one. Then let's... Oh, hang on. Cancel that job. Oh, phew. Don't mind that mountain out. You're going to wreck the symmetry. Okay, let's go objects. Let's go mushroom rack. Here and here. And then we'll have a... once they're dried, they're put into a basket, which is hopefully... we'll lower the storage on it maybe or something. I'm not sure. We just basically need the serving. We shouldn't put a serving basket here, to be honest. It's convenient, right? It works if we put a serving basket here because then the dried mushrooms go right into it, but then they'll just get left there. Although they're dried mushrooms, so the temperature doesn't affect them. Okay, it's perfect. Serving basket, and then we just turn it to dried mushrooms only. Now, the only other thing we're missing, I believe, is a butcher block, which goes to a tanning hide thing. Let's take a look. I wish this was like RimWorld and we could go into crafting, or food rather. Where's the butcher block? And then we could see, Taylor Branch, right? We could see like what material to make it out of. Like, let's make a butcher block out of not wood, but like let's make it out of stone or something. Log and stones. Flammability is medium. We could put it here, but kind of want it to be near the tanning racks too, so the things just jump straight to the tanning rack. Maybe this is too small. I don't know. Maybe this whole kitchen idea is, because I'd like to put it here. So maybe you know what it is, folks. I think what it is. I think what it has to be is we get rid of these torches. Maybe we put these torches somewhere else. Let's get it built first, you know what I mean? And then like see where we kind of want to position the light. But the most important thing is not the light. The most important thing is that they have places to work. So hide rack on those next to the butcher block there. Near the kitchen. This area is kind of a little bit wonky, a little bit funky looking. But I think that design for our kitchen is quite nice. So we'll have the mushrooms being dried here, stored here. Eventually, once they overflow, they'll be stored into here. Oh, this is looking really nice. I'm not sure what we did to make it... Oh, I guess it's probably this door that's not built yet. It's probably throwing things off. Let's get a few more ingots. How many do we have? 5. What do we need for this door? 20. Oh boy. Okay, hang on. Let's not make this door. Let's get a different door here. Let's go wood door to get into the kitchen, but a nice ironclad one to get into the back. I think so. I don't know what kind of levels of temperature control it has, but I like that. One thing we could do, actually, to be honest, is we could trim this off and expand everything backwards. So let's actually preemptively do that. Let's go cancel. Let's go buildings, ironclad door. Let's do it one back preemptively. just in case you want to trim this off, and then we can do some more production back here. We could move the butcher block over there, maybe even. I kind of really like that, to be honest, and then we can get our things back. So let's put our torches back, because we just kind of know we're going to want to see some torch life, but we'll go objects, basic needs, and then we will put our butcher block kind of back where we thought it was going to be there. Let's mine this out then. So it's not tentative, it's actually happening. Well, unfortunately, I screwed up here, and I thought I had enough iron to keep making ingots and force this door to get built, but I did not. So I'm trying desperately to find some more iron ore here and go, but the... Whoops, don't mind gravel, Cancel that job. But this ice, yeah, it's all turning to water. So yeah, it's 5 degrees in here, which is actually quite balmy and warm. I'm seeing the hints of spring begin, and that'll probably be starting tomorrow. Let's actually ask for some more bushes to be planted. Trees, berry bush. Yeah, let's get some more. Oh, I'm not even allowed right now? Wait, why is that? Why is it not letting me? It let me earlier. It let me during the winter. Why can't I play? I hate that we didn't need that, by the way. Why can't I place anymore? We'll have to just probably wait. In the meantime, we also did unlock a bathtub. Stays clean when the lakes are frozen, so that's quite nice. Flammability is low because it's full of water. Why don't we just place one here? Keep that on like a low priority, but that'll be nice to have for when the winter comes in. Seeing the roof here from the above mountain over this wood floor here, it looks really nice. I quite like how this is looking. The cobblestone almost even better, to be honest. I really like some of the graphics. Some of the look of this game is just, it's so wonderful. And it really kind of piques my imagination as I imagine these people going about their lives and stuff. Hector, a sad Hector, drags the steaming and stinking body of Giles over to, I want to say her resting place. It looks like a her. I thought it was a guy. But anyway, drags him over to the resting place here. Ooh, a traveler has arrived. Yeah, let's give them... Oh, just puts them to bed. All right, that was a quick burial. That was a very quick... Yeah, not much of a funeral, but there he is. Or she. Here lies. Partner, Lachlan, child, Rachel. I feel like we're all quite sad about that, but nobody seems to be very sad. And I don't see anything very warm and stinky. I don't see anything here about this being tainted or anything RimWorld style, so I think we're going to put those, have them picked up and taken out of the weather here. Barbara would like to stay with us for a bit, so we will do that. And you know what, Kenneth? Ask to leave. Sorry. We're going to have Barbara stay with us at Kenneth, not you, because, again, I don't know how many days of food we're going to need into the spring before we can start, like, planting things again. This is going to be an annoying winter because we were not able to get this stuff all frozen. That was my bad. Don't build an ironclad door when you don't have the technology. Lessons learned. One of our hens has died of old age, and probably a terrible bed as well. Where's the egg? The egg will probably, hopefully, replace her at -5 per second, but again, 45,000 in quality. The incubation is almost over, so we almost have our next chicken. This chicken has fallen to neglect, probably because we are out of straw, I think, aren't we? Oats sheaf. This is all oats sheaves, which is great to eat, but yeah, we don't have the necessary components to make straw. Well, can we just do make straw out of hay? I don't think we have hay. Let's order up some straw anyway, and maybe see if there's any reeds here that we can clip. Clear grass? Anything? Oh, nope. Gather clay. We probably need to gather some clay, so let's gather some clay. Yeah, I'm not seeing grass just yet, but it is day 1 of our spring. Folks, we have effectively... Clear grass? Nothing? Whoa. Oh, hello. A bit of a grass. It begins. Spring begins, and we set about immediately tearing apart the grass in the fields. I wish we had finished this, because it did get cold. It didn't get quite cold enough to get those jugs back into ice, but... oh, planks 12. Nails 20. We just need 20 nails, and then we can finish this foolish door of mine. And a new baby chicken is born. She takes up her mother's life. As her mother is... Okay, died of old age. We should have eaten that thing. Why didn't I... Okay, so what I need to do in the future is pay attention to this adult. Okay, senior. Here we go. Base change -1 per second. Okay, so at some point this hen is going to... Like, once it's about here, we got to eat that thing. And I do not want to see the warning, a chicken died of old age, again. Because, yeah, that's a bummer. That being said, you can see the thaw beginning. The water is once again flowing. It is not frozen anymore. Let's go ahead and get ourselves one raw fish. We've done it. We've unlocked a cooked fish and a smoked fish. Oh, so in our meat smoker, we probably do some meat. Yeah, let's smoke that. Smoke that fish. Oh, I love it. Okay, great. Well, that's good to know. I believe we have our straws. Oh, we've unlocked oats too, because I've made some oats. And our ironclad door is in now. This place is 2.1 degrees outside. It is 7.2. And so I believe that that's confirmed, that the cave system is quite a lot colder than just trying to build things inside. I mean, what are we dealing with in here? 7 degrees in here, which is probably our coldest room. And this is 2.2. Yeah, so this is significantly better to have our food in. Unfortunately, we missed our chance to get it all loaded up with ice, but I guess that's going to be next winter. In the meantime, our kitchen is coming into swing here. This is starting to look really nice. I think the fancy wood floor is going to be a nice look, but maybe we should have put a border around it or something, or like stone floor just in the middle. I don't know. It might not quite work out the way I want it to, so we might have to redo some of the flooring and just make it all cobblestone in here. It is just our kitchen after all. But I think in the future, private homes having a hearth like this with stone and then wood all around it, I think is going to look really cool. So that's definitely where I want to go with that in the future. But we've got this mostly built out, so I'm going to place food. Crafting. No, clothes. Nope. Well, now I can't remember where it is. Hunting. There it is. We're going to place the butcher block here, as per our plan. And our 2 hide racks there. And then I think hide storage, we should place somewhere else. Not in here, but somewhere where we're going to be making our clothes, our tailor shop in the future. I just don't think we're there just yet. We've got our cooked fish. Did we, have we used that fish? Did we smoke that fish? Here it is. Smoked fish. Oh, I love it. Okay, great. So we do have cooked fish and cooked eel. Cooked fish there. Okay, that's great. So that's going to be really nice to eat because apparently the eel is disgusting. So I'm going to keep an eye on this, and maybe we'll do like a raw fish. Maybe we go like 5 and then wait till tomorrow. Wait 2 days maybe. I don't know. And so every couple of days we'll have 5 smoked fish added to our diet. So that could be pretty good. So this is coming along nicely. I think roof-wise, we need to think about that, obviously. Tile roof, wood roof. The wood roof, honestly, might look a lot nicer. I think the wood roof might end up being one of my favorite roofs. Flammability medium. But nothing in here throws flames up, I don't think. The torches always go forward. The hearth always goes forward. There's nothing else in here that just casts fire out randomly, like the fireplaces, the cooking fire. So I think we can go... Yeah, I think we're going to go with a... wood roof, cut to next episode, and then everything's just on fire. And then we're going to go forward like this. We'll have the roof come 1 forward, maybe even 2 forward like that. And yeah, you know what? For old time's sake, maybe it comes out onto the side as well. It just feels like the nice thing for a roof to do. And there we have it, our first professional kitchen ready to go. We've got 9 days of food, which will see us most of the way through the spring, which is really nice to see. Manure baskets and a sack of manure. We got a sack of fertilizer. Not really sure. Add fertilizer auto. Okay, this is great. But what's under there? Is there anything under there? Some bushes. Okay. So hopefully these are fertilized. Let's take a look at our fertility over it. Okay, yeah, so they have been adding fertilizer to things, I think. So I'm not 100% sure how the fertilizer thing works. I just know that we have a composter here. It requires pre-fertilizer. It doesn't have anything in it right now. And our gong pit is here. And fertilizer is supposed to go there, but it doesn't seem to be being thought of. I'm going to force that and see if it gets put underneath this roof in the gong place. We have our wood ash here. Okay, perfect. We have our wood ash, which we can use to make fertilizer, which maybe that's what the compost is for. I'm not sure. Regardless, things are set up. There's a little bit of mess left to deal with. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you found it to be some truly solid content. I've got a lot of life ahead of us, but not quite out of the woods just yet. As people continue to age and die, we're going to have to find places to bury them, but we're also going to have to find people to replace them as well. So we're going to head into the summer and find, I believe, that food spoilage is going to become an issue, at which point it's going to be a question of, can we survive the heat? and I have no idea what the heat will bring us. Hopefully nothing too bad as we continue to expand our clan. Clan Macintosh. And as we say in Clan Macintosh, touch not this cat without a glove. I'll see you in the next episode of Clanfolk when we do some more farming, and the next episode of whatever else it is that we play on this channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.